Hi, everybody. Today is Friday the 13th. Yay! One of my favorite days. It's a Friday and it's a 13th and it's October, which means fall is here. And starting to cover the head because it is getting cold outside. Today would have been the day with hands full of hair when I took my shower this morning. I was washing and I pulled my hands down and it had my palms of my hands were basically black, little itty bitty hairs all over my hands. And so it took me, I'd say about 10-15 minutes in the shower, just kind of scrubbing my head to where when I pulled my hands down, they were not completely black, still hair, but not completely black. I did that just because I didn't want my hair getting all over everything. I've been lucky so far. My pillow hasn't been covered. My beanie I wear at night has not been too bad covered with hair. So, so far so good. So I'm down to, I would say, about an eighth of the hair on my head still being there, at least as far as my scalp is concerned. Let's see. I kind of had an okay week over the weekend. I had been battling a sinus infection. I got on antibiotics this last week, finished up with my antibiotics. So sinus infection is still is gone, but I'm still having really bad dry sinuses. Partially, I think it's because the heat's being turned on, and I've always had bad sinuses to begin with. So they're getting really dried out and painful. Not bleeding yet, but if I'm not careful, might start having a bleeding problem. So the nurse at the hospital suggested I start using Vaseline in my nose. Just sounds gross, but I got to try it and see how well it works. I did buy a bottle of saline solution to be able to spray in my nose so that I can have moisture, be able to put moisture in. Let's see. Monday I went to work, and Monday I was not feeling well. I was really exhausted. Just had to force myself to go in. I went out to the warehouse and did some of my normal duties, or what I used to do, because I've been getting released off of my knee to be on my feet. So I was spending a couple hours a day out in the warehouse doing my normal on my feet work. And I went out and did, I guess about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, got tired, went into the office, sat down, checked emails, did some stuff, and went to go walk back out. And one of my coworkers was down at the other end of the warehouse as I was walking down there. And he came up to me, he looked at me, and he goes, "Robin," he's a Jamaican man, so he's got this really thick accent, and he's like, "Robin, what are you doing here? You can barely walk. You shouldn't be here. Why are you trying? Don't worry about this. Go take care of yourself." And I didn't realize just how tired I was, because I was shuffling my feet. Normally I pick my feet up, but yeah, that just kind of made me realize, that the job's going to keep going on without me and stuff. So I went into the office and thought, okay, I'm too tired today to work out in the warehouse too much. I will do some inside stuff. And I sat down at the computer and I just couldn't concentrate. I could not. I normally I get this report and I narrow down this Excel sheet down to the information I need off of the report, and then I make phone calls. People that are getting deliveries 2 days in advance, I call them, make sure that we've got the right address, we're delivering the right things, try to stop any problems before they happen, and just let them know that we are coming, and so that we don't get any no shows, when we show up at house, and when the warehouse, the delivery guys show up and there's nobody home, we get docked for that. So this is kind of a prevention type of a thing. So I sat there, for about an hour, and I'm like, I just could not concentrate and get the form. I kept getting sidetracked or kept getting disturbed. I just couldn't concentrate, is the best way to put it. And so I was like, 4 weeks into this, and I'm this bad already, and it's going to really be tough coming up. So I emailed my boss and my HR and told them I was going on leave and that I was going to contact the leave people and my short-term disability and get started on it, because it was a force. It was daily trying to do my normal duties, my normal things in my life. Get up, take a shower, try to do my devotional, do some Bible reading, cooking, going to the grocery store, normal day-to-day things we do, laundry, everything like that. And try to work, even though I was trying to work only 30 hours. I was calling in sick 1-2 days a week, and I wasn't able to do it. And so the short-term disability doesn't kick in until I'm absent for 3 days in a row, and it's not intermittent. It's not going to hit and miss. It's got to be a continual. So I just made the decision that it just wasn't worth it. So I am now not working. I've applied for the short-term disability, and they have been in contact with me, and they've got to get the information to be able to get, so the ball's all rolling there, and I don't know what, if they're going to honor the insurance and give me the short-term disability or not. I think they will, but we don't know for sure until it happens. So I did check into it, though. It's going to give me 70% of my income for the first 6 weeks, and then only 50% of my regular income for the remainder of 14 weeks, a total of 20 weeks that I can get it within a fiscal year. So I started it on the 10th of the month, or on Tuesday was my first day off, which I guess was the 10th, I think, 9th or 10th. And it will run up until that again. So, and then I'll be eligible for it again if something happens. Please, Father, I've been in and out of surgery. February seems to be surgery month. I had my surgery on my knee in February, and I'll be having my breast surgery in February. So let's pray after both of these things that I'm going to be healthy for a while and not have to deal with anything like this. What else happened on Monday? Monday, I went, the Cancer Society has this program. It's a Feel Better, Look Better program, and what they do is they have volunteers, companies, let's start here, companies, makeup companies and stuff, donate goods. And they put together packets, depending on your skin color, with foundation, makeup brushes, blushes, skincare, usually a facial cream and hand cream, and different items. And they do it depending on skin color. And then they once a month have these things that you sign up for, and you get to go, and they give you this wonderful kit. There must have been I'd say $125, $200. I mean, it's $125 to $200 worth of makeup. I mean, it's L'Oreal. It's not the cheap stuff. It's the good stuff. They really give. The brush alone, the one main brush that I got 3 different brushes, sizes, and the powder brush that I got is probably a $20, $25 brush on its own, let alone 3 of them. So that right there is probably $40 worth of brushes. And that's not the makeup or the skincare. But it was really nice because I I put makeup on for the first time since my daughter's wedding in the 1st of August. I've never really been a big makeup person, but I'm hoping this may turn into a habit that I'm going to get into and get back into to make myself feel better about myself. If you notice, I don't know if you noticed, but I got to draw on my eyebrows, and I got eyeshadow on, and I even had lipstick on this morning, and it does. I do feel better about myself, especially with going to be losing my eyebrows. It's going to be important, to be able to draw those on so that my face doesn't look so bland, and then being able to put color on to be able to just make myself look better, and I will feel better. I also got my wig cut on a little bit, so next time I see you, I will promise I will have my wig on so that you can see me with my red curly locks, all nice and pretty. Let's see what else. Oh, yesterday I went in for treatment, and my white blood cell count was low. They like my white blood cell count to be around 1,000. Mine was only at 900, which I guess is not that bad. They figured a day would make a difference, so I'm going back in today and get my blood drawn, get it checked. If it's up, then I'll get treatment. So I do ask for prayer, intercession prayer for me, that my white blood cell count can stay up, because from what I understand, if my white blood cell count stays low and I end up missing treatments, or things get kind of all out of whack, it's not going to be good for me in the long run. I do have a praise report, and I'm so excited. My cancer is back down to my tumor. My lymph node is down to virtually nothing, hardly any pain in here anymore. It's not tender the touch anymore. So that's a great praise report. I also would like to note that in my small group through church, some absolutely wonderful lady went and got me this really pretty cancer bracelet. I've never had a charm bracelet before, and so the heart says courage on it, and then it's got the little ribbon, and it's got the pink stone for the cancer. So I've been really blessed with that. I really love it. So, I am headed off to a friend's house for dinner tonight after treatment, and I've got dessert in the oven. So I need to go check it. So far, so good. We're moving forward. And I do believe that not working is giving me even though it's going to cause a lot less money in my pocket, but God's put me in the perfect place for, I don't pay rent. I'm not going to be driving so far back and forth. I've got good friends. He's got it. He's got it under control. He's put me in a perfect place to be able to do this. So, I want to thank you again for your prayers, and I will see you again, probably in about a week or so. Let you know how things are going, and God love you, and I just want to speak a blessing over everybody who sees this, that they will get something out of my words that will just give you a blessing and let you know how much we all are so loved by God. I'll talk to you later.